All right. What was that? Let's put that on a recording. What was that? Oh. All right. The raspberries. All right. All right. Start learning more about functions and how we work with functions, and how this chapter is going to be dealing with them. Relation. A relation is a relation of a set of ordered pairs of an input-output value. So in the case we have here, whatever I put in for my x, so if I had an equation that was like this, 3x plus 1. It doesn't match up with this, but I'm just using it as an example. If I put an x value in here, then I'm going to come up with a y value. You saw that last year when we started doing graphs and we did a t-graph, x, y. All right? You started seeing that. That's where we put in an x value and we came up with a y value. That's called a relation. Okay? Next is a function. A function is a relation where each x-coordinate corresponds to only one y-coordinate. So if we put in here, if we put 1 in here, and we use this equation up here, we would come up with only one y answer. We wouldn't come up with 2. All right, only 1. So if we put x in here, it'd be 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. That is called a function. All right? Oh, okay. All right. So function, to remember that, it's only, you've put in one x value, you're going to come up with one y value. Where can that not happen? Absolute value might happen if it's the absolute value of y. Right? So yeah, there's some different aspects where that's not going to happen. We'll learn about it as we go. Okay, are we ready? No. Oh, you guys are slow. That's all right. I am. I got this ADD going, you know. ADHD. I don't have so much ADHD, but it's ADD. I gotta go. I do too, but I've learned to control it. Really focus hard. You gotta. When I get to a point where I got too much distraction going on me, I have to focus hard and really hard in what's going on. Okay. A domain. A domain is going to be your x value. So a domain would be the x in the equation. If we had y equal 3x plus 1, your domain would be that x value. Or in a t, or in this case like this, it would be anything they would put into the x value. So domain is the x value of a function. It's what we're putting into a function to determine what the outcome is. Let me see if I can reword that for you. Input to equation to determine output. Yeah, this would be your x. So if we had an xy function, it would just be your x. What we would typically do is we're going to put an x value in, right, to determine what our y value is. Determine. Equation, EQ. I just put equation for EQ for equation. Now, if we talk about a domain being x, then your range is your y. The range is a set of outputs, also called the y-coordinates, of ordered pairs. I guess if we were going to write this up here, we could have said the domain is going to be the input called the x-coordinate of ordered pairs, if we want to be consistent. The bottom one, a function notation. It's just a way to write out a function rule. I'm not really overly concerned about you having to know a function notation. I am concerned about this domain and range and knowing what a function is. Okay? Those are the three main points I want you to get out of this. Okay? And you guys have all done graphing. You've all done this. Okay? And really this is how you work with a function. Eventually we'll call this the function of x. That'll be your y. Okay, instead of calling it y, eventually we'll call it the function of x. All right? You golden? You're golden. You're so golden, you're gold. Yeah, hey. Back up there. Saddle. All right. So what we do on this, and this is just going to be a practice, and you can do this on your sheet of paper if you like. We're going to take f of x. Now remember, this is a function, right? And we're going to put in 3 for x. This is how we would write this. I would write it as f of 3 equals 4 times, and I replace my x with a 3, plus 1. So f of 3, the function with 3 for x, we just replace the x with the 3. And then we can figure it out. F of 3 equals 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. She's so good. She's got it right on. She's on top of it. Okay, that's called a function. Take a look at number 9. How would you do number 9? Go ahead and write it out on the paper once and see if you can get it. Got her? Reese, what would I put in for my f of x? 5? So that would equal 2 times 5 minus 11, right? F of 5 equals 10 minus 11. F of 5 equals minus 1. Everybody get that? Okay. Take a look at number 10. See if you can get that one. Number 10. Work on it, Fletcher, because I'm calling on you. I am. Boom. Boom. Pow. Fletcher, what do I do first? Come on, Fletcher. F of what? 3. So now we're going to put in 3 for the x, right? 6 times 3 plus 3 over 7. So all I did was I just put in my 3 for this. I didn't do anything else. Now we have to simplify, right? Okay, so do this step by step. 6 times 3 is... What is that? 3. Reese got it? You guys get it? Get it? Get it? This is your pre-calc, isn't it? Yeah. Pre-calc, we were doing this. Go ahead. Yes. Yes, go ahead. What would that be? What would this be? I got my function of 3 in here, right? No, I got my function of 3, right? What's my result? 3. So I could rewrite this as f of 3 then. What's that? 3. See, f of 3 is 3, so I could put the 3 in place of f of 3, and then that's what it comes out to. They're doing that. They're doing that in pre-calc. All right, go ahead. What's that? Oh, that was bad. Hey, this is being recorded. All right, got her? Got her? All right. We pretty much know what we have to do. If we did these, we know we replace this with an x and we solve it, right? Put 4 in here and we would solve it. All right? So this becomes nothing more than some algebra and knowing how to solve it. You have to use PEMDAS. Do you guys know what PEMDAS is? PEMDAS?
No means no.
All right, PEMDAS. PEMDAS. There's different ways to say this. I don't come up with any other term because I just remember PEMDAS. And what it is you solve everything in the parentheses first. Exponents next. It's your order of operations. Next is going to be multiplying, then divide, add, subtract. PEMDAS. Okay? All right? So that's PEMDAS. Please, there you go. There you go. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right? Okay. All right. So in these cases here, this is what you would do. You would put it in and you would use PEMDAS to be able to figure it out. Make sure you take care of any parentheses first, then multiplication and division next, and then add and subtracting. Okay? Let's take a look at a story problem. And I know you guys like story problems. Story problems are wonderful things. What's that? What about them? Rewrite? If you want to, see all these documents are online. You can go print these out if you want. Okay. Just so you know, you can, or you can get somebody, and you can print to this printer right here. So you don't have to go very far. All right, a cable company charges a monthly fee of $24.50 for a cable service. All right, $24.50 cable service. You guys have your own apartments. You've got a cable company that's charging you $24.50 for cable. Listen, this is real life stuff. $24.50 for cable service. This is an additional monthly fee of $3 for each premium channel. So you got a premium channel. That's pretty cheap, by the way. And you pay $3 for each premium channel, right? Georgia's cable service with 4 premium channels. Write and evaluate a function to find the monthly cost of George's cable service. Well, it's way more than that. How would you write a function? Let's take a look at this. How would you write a function? Ty, what would I do? What is my f of x going to be? Well, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to write the function first. Because it says here, the cable company charges $24.50 for cable service. There is an additional monthly fee of $3 for each premium channel. Let's look at that. What would be my x? No. How many channels? We're going to find out. We're going to find out how much George has cable service channels with 4 premium channels. But we're going to set up an equation for the cable company. This cable company wants an equation, so if somebody is going to select that cable service with their premium channels, they can go, boom, plug this in, and they should be able to come up with a value for it. So what we want to do is we really want to look at this stuff right here. All right? This is where we want to start out at. We know that it's $24.50 no matter what. They're going to charge this no matter what, right? But it's $3 for each premium channel. No, that's not right. I'm right. Yeah, you're right. So if you take a look at it, now we can take a look and we say, well, how many premium channels does George have? He has 4, right? We can say x equals 4, and we can solve this. All right? So every time the cable company comes in and says, all right, how many premium channels you want? Well, I want HBO, I want ESPN, I want Showtime, I want this, that, Disney Channel. They say, okay, you got this many premium channels. They can plug it into the equation, and boom, they can come up with a value for it. Do you see how we did that? Do you see how we did that, Reese? All right. Easy peasy. You guys are good. You would have to solve it too. So you'd have to give the function. You're going to have to write out the function that cable company would use, and then you'd have to show for 4 premium channels how much George would pay. All right, Mr. Reynolds is a car salesman. He makes a salary of $55,000 a year. He also earns commission of 1/12 of his total sales for the year. What would be X, do you think, in this case? This year, Mr. Reynolds had sales totaled $295,200. That was his sales total. That's not how much he made. Write it and evaluate the function to find Mr. Reynolds' total earnings for the year. Therese, what would you do in this case? Oh. Teresa. Tyrese. No. What would my function be? What would my function be in this case? What would my function be? If you're going to laugh, let it out. There you go. Get it out of your system. All right, let's go. Okay, how much is he going to make automatically every year? No matter what. $55,000. So that's going to be my constant out here. All right. And then we're going to take 1/12 of our sales. We don't know how much he's going to have in sales every year. All right. They gave us this value here, but we won't know. So we're going to go 1/12 X, because that's what. Well, you didn't see that wonder? You are just because I. All right, you guys are tough. All right. There, 1/12. Okay. My Z's look like this, by the way. So it looks different than a 2? If I write a 2 like this, and then if I want to make it a Z, I go like that. We are special. All right? Okay. So this is my equation. No matter what my sales are for the year, if the car company or the dealership has this equation, they can figure out how much this person makes, right? Right? What if I turned around and I said, I want to know what the sales were for the month? What would I do? What would I have to do? No. How many months are there in a year? Wow. How much is he guaranteed to make per month? He's guaranteed to make 55,000 divided by 12. There's 12 months. There's 12 months. You'd have to find out how much he makes per month. And then whatever this is, now I can use the same equation, right? I could use the same equation because I still am going to do this. I just have to have this divided by 12. All right? So that's how we would change this up. What's the guaranteed each month? What's the variable of it? I don't want to hear your could do. I can just imagine. How many months are in a year?
42.
How many weeks are there in a year? Oh my God. All right. Okay, let's take a look here. You guys could drive a sane person crazy. Hey. I heard you. Uh-huh. All right, let's see. What did I do on this one here? I think we had 3. No. The first set is just, guys, enough. First set is what we did before. Second set, we have to come up with a rule. I'm not worried about that. What it basically is come up with a function, right? Find my domain range. We're going to skip this stuff. I think you guys are golden on this stuff here. All right. 14. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm always nice. I'm so nice and scary. I want you to do 1 through 4. 1 through 4. So you're going to do all these 1 through 4. I want you to do the odds 5 through 9. Write it down on your note paper. Write it down on your note paper. 1 through 4, 5, 7, 9. All right, and just do 11, 13. 11, 13. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest odds.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
Where do I find your height?
Yep.
Where's my
1, 2, 3, 4, and then odds. 5 through 13.
Welcome to my classroom.
Okay. Any questions?
My fish are floating.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and you need to get ripped out.
Gotta go cube. Oh, you gotta roll a cube. All right.